My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every single week, we break down full UFC fight cards. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. And we're also giving away $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets, signs up with one of our 5 betting partners, and makes a deposit, will get $50 from us. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want it. And this is brought to you by EarnU.io. EarnU.io is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at EarnU.io. Next up, at UFC Vegas 53, we have the rescheduled Alexandr Romanov taking on Chase Sherman. This was supposed to happen last week at UFC Vegas 52. Alexandr Romanov lost his original opponent, Tanner Boser. Chase Sherman steps in on 2 days' notice, clawed back from the dead. Then, an hour before the fight? Not even? Half hour before the fight?
It was 2 hours.
Well, fights were live. And then they said Chase Sherman is out with an undisclosed illness, and this fight has been pushed to next week. If anybody in the live chat or the comment section knows what that undisclosed illness is, let us know in the comments. I'd be very curious. The only thing I can think of is like a stomach bug. What else could be so sick that you can't compete, but you'll be fine in 7 days? So either way, this has been rebooked. We have Alexandr Romanov taking on Chase Sherman. Alexandr Romanov 15-0. Overall, he's 5-0 in his last 5, coming off a dominant win over Jared Vanderaa. Chase Sherman 15-9.
Oh, yeah, he did have, that's what it was. He had Ligma.
What's Ligma? Did I just get caught saying something? What's Ligma? What?
Yeah, Ligma.
Oh, here we go. Okay. What an absolute... You're such a fucking dork, dude. You felt good about that one? Yeah?
Shout out to Zeus. He's the one that wrote it.
Oh, all right. There you go. Chase Sherman, 15-9. Overall, 2-3 in his last 5, riding a 3-fight skid. Chase Sherman, style-wise, he's actually a good boxer. He's got solid foot movement, good speed. He doesn't really have any power in his hands, which is why these odds look the way that they look. But he has volume, and he doesn't stop throwing those hands until the last bell, even if he is dog tired. He's a former bare knuckle champion, and that really does suit his style. Super tough, never stops coming forward, throwing with volume. Chase has solid takedown defense at 77%, but he does not have any head movement whatsoever, which makes him very hittable, as he is hit with more than 6 significant strikes per minute. Alexandr Romanov is a fantastic high-caliber wrestler. He's a massive human being with incredible speed and power, and he uses that to just take you down and pound you out. His nickname is King Kong, and he fights similar to if King Kong was a wrestler. He blows right through you and just starts raining down hammer fist bombs.
Mounted double hammer fist. Full mount, double hammer fist. Terrifying.
He is a beast of a man, but he is coming off that very dominant win over Jared Vanderaa. But before that was a controversial win for him over wrestler Juan Espino, where Romanov's holes in his game were exposed, right? He can get taken down. He does have some cardio hiccups later in the fight, but the reality is that's not who Chase Sherman is. So Chase Sherman stepping up on short notice and then be rebooked. He was cut. He was cut from the UFC 2 weeks ago. They let him go. They brought him back for stepping up as a, thank you, I guess. He stepped up on short notice. They gave him a deal. Frankly, I don't think Chase Sherman has a shot to win this fight. It is heavyweights, but Chase Sherman isn't that one-punch knockout kind of guy, and that's what he's going to need in this matchup. He either needs to defend all the takedowns and somehow jab his way to a win, or have knockout power, and I don't see either one of those things happening. And fun fact, before I move over to you, Jacob, these odds have moved drastically over the last week and a half or so, or week, however long it has been. If it closes here and the fight happens and Alexandr Romanov, well, actually, even if he doesn't win, this is the biggest odd discrepancy in the history of the UFC. Right now, it's at minus 2,000 to plus 900. The other day, he was like minus 2,300, 2,400 on some books. So it did close up a little bit, but I guarantee what happened was, if you guys watched this breakdown last week, remember I threw a couple bucks on Mike Jackson to win?
Oh, here we go.
Because anytime you're going to get plus 700, 800, 900, these are fist fights. I threw a couple of bucks on Mike Jackson to win. He won that fight. They got paid.
Miss Jackson.
I'm sure people felt that and we're like, you know what? Plus 900 odds in a fist fight. Let me throw a couple bucks at that, which brought these odds in a little bit, but they're still ridiculously wide. Jakey boy, tell us why you think Alexandr Romanov's going to win.
Yeah, so I mentioned lock of the week earlier with Carlos. I haven't had, last time I tried to do more than one lock of the week on a fight card. It didn't work out, but we're coming back, man. Chase Sherman is the lock of the week.
Shut up! I will kick you off this show. You're done.
It's just a joke, man.
Oh, I was like,
yeah.
You are not gonna do that
the bet online odds are still minus 2,500. The crazy thing that you need to watch, they don't have the prop bets right now, but last week for a 2,500 favorite, you could still get Romanov for KO TKO at like plus 110. And buy sub for plus 100. So however way you want to play that, you could get a 2,500 favorite. Inside the distance, I think, was minus 650. You could still get plus money for this man. So I don't know if they're going to change that. Once I haven't checked the other books for Bet Online. Sign up, get your $53. We'll see what happens. So that's the bet I'm going to look to play for this fight because Romanov's going to run through this man. Chase Sherman, somebody was looking out for him and got him out of the fight, and for some reason he stayed with the fight. He should have just ran because I think didn't he get a new contract too out of this? I think he signed like a contract.
Somebody, I forget who it was. I actually think it was I forget who said it. Somebody in our comment section mentioned that they read that Chase Sherman got a 4-fight deal out of this, which I don't know if that's true, but the UFC does take care of people that step up on short notice, regardless of the circumstances.
And he got a gift of not having to fight Romanov. He should have taken it and just ran and fought later in the year. Yeah, Romanov's a play. He'll be in my DraftKings for the second week in a row.
Well, he will be in my DraftKings as well. Actually, DraftKings does not have this fight yet. This was the pricing from last week. I just left it here because I don't know if I've ever seen, what are they going to do, $9,800? Like I don't know if I've ever seen that drastic of a gap between two people. But this picture of Romanov is nothing like what he looked like on the scale last week. He was jacked on the scale. He looked trim. He looked like muscular. He looked much better
and
than
he looked
this
much
picture
happier
here.
than the picture too. Much happier.
He looked good on that scale. So I think we're obviously in alignment.
Reel it in a little bit. Reel it in.
I can't imagine there's more people, anybody outside of the Sherman family on that side of the fight. So we're going to be pretty aligned here. The Monkey Knife Fight strike line, I think it's more. And I think it's a pretty easy more because Chase Sherman is tough, dude. If he does get stopped, it's like second, third round of constant just taken down, beaten up. But he's a tough guy that has no problem throwing his hands out there. He's not going to worry about the takedown. I just see him like it's a foregone conclusion. I'm going to get taken down. So I'm going to let my hands go and see what I can do before that happens. So I think he blows past his 18.5. I think Alexandr Romanov absolutely will get past 36.5 because Chase Sherman is tough. Do you agree before I jump into my...
Well, you could play over 1.5 or plus 235 if you're feeling froggy.
I honestly might. I honestly might. Chase Sherman's tough. I'm not saying he wins this fight, but Chase Sherman is tough, and Jared Vanderaa is not half as tough as Chase Sherman.
I think Romanov. I think this might be a submission. I think he might just get him down and work a submission real quick.
He could be. Chase Sherman was just submitted by a guy with lesser grappling skills than Alexandr Romanov. Yes. Who we'll break down later, but no matter what, I do like the more on Monkey Knife Fight. Check that out now. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100. And if you want $50, WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. Make a deposit. Let us know, and I'll send you $50. What?
Speaking about that sub, when Jake Collier got on his back, Chase Sherman almost looked like he wanted to tap before it was even locked in. Collier started to lock it in, and he was just flat. And he almost looked like he was about to tap, and then Collier repositioned, and then he locked in. He immediately tapped. It was not a good look for Chase Sherman, especially against Romanov coming up. I think it's gonna be a sub win.
Yeah, I think Romanov dominates. There's people in the comments, Shamar in the comments saying, "You guys think Romanov can peak twice against Sherman?" Yeah,
Sherman.
I don't even think he needs to peak.
Right?
I don't even think he needs to peak. I think Alexandr Romanov. Styles make fights, and I can't imagine this is the fight that I really need to sell here. But styles make fights, and we watched Chase Sherman get taken down and dominated by Jake Collier.
Put your 401k on Sherman. See what happens.
And we got Alexandr Romanov, a beast of a man, a beast of a wrestler, coming in hot.